over a year now, everyone has been asking two questions about the corona pandemic. One, do masks make everyone's breath smell like shit or just mine? And two, if those thermometer guns really work, then why did we take our temperature up our butts all those years? Oh, and there's actually another question that everyone has been wondering. When is the pandemic finally going to be over? Well, with COVID cases now stalling at a pretty high level, it is looking more and more likely that COVID may stay with us forever. Yeah, like that uncle who said he was just passing through town and then 20 years later still has your room. Now, luckily for America, the pandemic will probably never be as deadly as it was, thanks to vaccines. So you still have COVID, but not the deaths. Because America has more than enough vaccines for every man, woman, and child who doesn't listen to Joe Rogan. In fact, the United States has so many vaccines that they finally decided to make it rain on the rest of the world.
Now, the U.S. is aiming to send more doses of the COVID vaccine to people living in conflict zones around the world. They include the Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan, and Yemen.
Reports say Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced a deal between Johnson & Johnson and the COVAX vaccine sharing program. Blinken says that less than 2% of the population living in conflict zones are vaccinated.
America is sending the Johnson & Johnson vaccine into conflict zones? Hasn't Yemen been through enough? I mean, it's bad enough that poor countries get T-shirts from the losing Super Bowl team, but now they have to get the third place vaccine? By the way, you know how MAGA people always at their rallies with the T-shirts that say Trump won? Do you ever wonder, did they get the T-shirts that were supposed to go to Africa? Maybe they were like, no, keep them here. Maybe when the shipping shut down, they're like, we can't send them to Africa. And they're like, I will wear them. Well, it's fine, we'll wear them. We got this. And people in Africa are like, so no one won and nobody lost. Anyway, look, I know there are a lot of reasons why it's better to send J&J to conflict zones than Moderna or Pfizer, right? It's easier to transport, and you don't need to depend on people being able to come back for a second shot. But I wouldn't be surprised if there were some American officials who were like, well, we're not going to waste the good vaccines on someone who's just going to step on a landmine tomorrow. Am I right, fellas? And look, it is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the last thing a conflict zone needs is corona on top of that. The only downside of this is that now you might get people who are incentivized to come to the conflict zone just to get a vaccine. I hope that doesn't happen, because next thing you know, there's going to be people from Nigeria interviewing to join the Taliban. So tell me, why do you want to join our glorious cause? Oh, predominantly for the health benefits and also death to America, of course, huh? If that helps my application, you can put that in as well. So it's good that more and more people around the world are getting vaccinated. But the problem is, it might not be enough, because it turns out people aren't the only ones who are spreading the Rona.
There's a study that reveals that deer are a widespread carrier of COVID-19. A study researched the North American population of white-tailed deer, and researchers say as much as 80% of the 445,000 Iowa population may carry the virus.
Potentially bigger problems loom down the road. Questions still remain about COVID's effect on deer populations, and we don't know yet if the virus could survive the deer and then mutate and infect people then too.
I knew it. I knew that one day the deer would get their revenge for what we did to Bambi's mom. And I don't know about you, but I was shocked when I heard this, because I didn't think that deer could get COVID. I mean, I thought they had herd immunity. My man. But now, scientists are worried that corona might mutate in the deer and jump back into us humans. And you might be thinking, Trevor, come on, it's not like humans are hanging out with the deer, we'll be fine. Yeah, that's what we said before that guy banged a bat. Look at us now. And we all agree it was Batman who did that, right? It's probably Batman. I mean, who else has a thing for bats? He's doing things in that cave. And I know we don't want to talk about this because he's our hero, but think about it, people. Think about it. If you want the crime-fighting Batman, you got to take the Batman. It's a package deal. All right, and finally, we've talked a lot about how the pandemic is causing labor shortages around the country. I mean, it's the reason why these days when you go to the drive-thru, you have to spit in your own food. But now, labor shortages are even threatening the Jeff Bezos of the North Pole, Santa.
Staff shortages are hitting The North Pole. Department store Santas are in short supply this season due to COVID concerns. One report found the number of available Santas is down 15%.
Hire Santa helps people find and hire Santa's helpers around the world for parties, mall appearances, and more.
It is a dramatic shortage, and we are already sold out across the country on several dates in December.
Before the pandemic, Hire Santa said demand was already tight. But after losing some Santas to COVID-19, some retiring, and some concerned about COVID-19, it's led to a pinch on Santas this holiday season.
Yeah, people, this is not surprising. Of course, Santa got COVID. He spends half his time around unvaccinated children and the other half around deer. I mean, the solution to this problem is pretty obvious. If you want more Santas, then you've got to offer them more money. Hell, if you raise the pay enough, you may even get the real Santa to sign up. I mean, that man has spent 1,000 years getting paid in cookies and milk. A job at the mall, that's a huge step up. For more on this, I want to bring in our very own Ronny Chieng, who's looking into the story at a local mall. Ronny, when you look at... Wait, why are you in a Santa suit, Ronny?
Because I'm applying to be a mall Santa. There's a shortage right now. Don't you listen to your own show?
Yeah, I know there's a shortage, and that's why I sent you to the mall. I just didn't think you would want to be a mall Santa.
Yeah, why not? You get to sit down all day, you get a free winter jacket, you can buy Oxy from the girl at the Hot Topic. It's a great job.
Ronny, like, here's what I'm saying. I just don't think that you would be right as a mall Santa, you know?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. Like, Santa has a certain... Like, how do I put this? Like, when you think of Santa, you don't think of a guy like you.
Oh, what were you saying? I can't be Santa because I'm Asian? Because I'm a handsome Asian man? That's racist, man, in 2021. But thank you for the compliment.
No, Ronny, I didn't say that. I said you can't be Santa, like, because you're a dick, Ronny. All right, Santa needs to be nice to kids, and you're not nice to people of any age.
What are you talking about, man? I'm fine with kids. I'll prove it. Look, act like you're a kid, okay? Let's just role play for a sec, okay? Tell me what you want for Christmas. Tell me what you want, come on.
Okay, fine. Santa, I want a fire truck and a Nintendo Switch.
Man, you kid. I don't even have a Nintendo Switch. Ask your parents, they're the ones getting you all this shit.
You see, Ronny, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Actually, good point. But while I'm here, I'm just gonna go eat free samples at the food court until they call security. So,
all right,
peace out.
Well, good luck with that. But don't talk to kids. And bring me some of those little Cinnabons, please. Yeah, don't complain about the stuff as well. It's free.